Hey, hey, everyone! There's a new Robin Hood movie coming out. See, nobody cares. Hello everyone, my name is Ryan Cam, and welcome to my review for Robin Hood. This movie was directed by Otto Bathurst, and it stars Taron Egerton, Jamie Foxx, and Ben Mendelsohn, just to name a few. This movie is based on the legendary character of Robin Hood. This character story has been told basically since the 15th century. And the movies based on the character of Robin Hood have been around since the 1920s with Douglas Fairbanks. They've also been created with The Adventures of Robin Hood, starring Errol Flynn, my personal favorite version. There's also the Disney version. There's the very realistic version with Sean Connery. There's the version with Kevin Costner attempting, and I put about 50,000 air quotes around attempting to do a British accent. And Robin Hood starring Russell Crowe and directed by Ridley Scott. And you can put that movie into the... Wait. Ridley Scott made a Robin Hood movie? Really? You sure? File. And this movie is basically another retelling of Robin Hood. Robin Hood steals from the rich, gives to the poor, causes a bit of a spot of bother for the Sheriff of Nottingham, ditto, etc., etc. But this movie is essentially a hodgepodge of many different movies. This movie is like if The Mask of Zorro and Disney's The Three Musketeers came together and made a movie together. But does that make for a good movie? Not entirely, no. Don't get me wrong, I don't think the movie was bad. I didn't hate it. But considering how much I love The Adventures of Robin Hood, and I love the Robin Hood character and the Robin Hood story, this should have been a blast for me. However, I walked out very underwhelmed. The most interesting character in the entire movie was Jamie Foxx. His story was very interesting, and I personally wanted to see a movie centered around him. Without giving too much away, Foxx plays this incredibly tragic character, and every time he was on screen I was like, I want to know more about you. But unfortunately, for the entirety of the movie, we have to stay with overacting, underacting, or what the hell are you doing, Ben Mendelsohn? While Jamie Foxx is the most interesting character in the movie, his acting does get a bit hammy at times. Which is the perfect opposite for Taron Egerton, who is about as interesting as wheat toast with a nice glass of room temperature water. He had the stereotypical one-liners, he had the stereotypical levels of bravery. You've seen this all before. But now you've got overacting, underacting, and then what the hell are you doing, Ben Mendelsohn? Because Ben Mendelsohn goes off the rails in this movie. And normally I like him. He's good in Rogue One, he's good in Ready Player One, but in this movie he plays the Sheriff of Nottingham, and there's a point where he just snaps and goes full ham and cheese.
Let me remind them that they are not the people, they are my subjects.
I want Hood's blood flooding the streets. I want the rats to swim in it, and I want the dogs to lick it. Good Lord doesn't even begin to describe it, because wow. What also was hot garbage? The effects. There were some pretty good practical stunts in this movie, but they were overshadowed by CGI arrows. And I'm not talking about the ones that are made to look like close calls, because those I can understand. But when something as simple as a coin gets thrown on the ground in this movie, it just sticks there. It doesn't move like a natural coin. Your brain is trained to recognize these things. Like when a coin truly is not there. And the coin was not there. When it fell, it was just... And that's pretty much the correct response for this movie. Just... I'm gonna give this movie a forgettable rating. Like I said, there were some good action sequences, and the opening is particularly interesting, and Jamie Foxx I did like, but the rest of the movie was just stuff you've seen before. if you want to watch a Robin Hood movie, I highly recommend The Adventures of Robin Hood, or just hunt down the Disney one, or the Kevin Costner one if you're up for it. But that's all for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thanksgiving is coming closer and closer, and I'm hopefully going to have reviews up for Creed 2 and Ralph Breaks the Internet. Unfortunately, I do have to work on Thanksgiving Day, which is going to put a damper on plans. I still will get to eat dinner with my family, so yay for that, but the reviews hopefully will get out in time. But if you liked this video, please be sure to leave a like, and if you saw this movie, leave your thoughts in the comments below. I do read the comments, so let me have it. My name is Ryan Cam, and I'll see you in the next one.